We asked you, our Genes Reunited community, to send in your family recipes in our competition, and you replied in your thousands. But just one person will win the prize of having their family's recipe cooked on the Genes Reunited YouTube channel. And the winner is Rose Murrell from Telford with her recipe for fillet of sole à la Pageant. Hi YouTube, I'm John Gregory-Smith, and a big congratulations to our winner, Rose. We're very excited to be cooking her dish, which is a sole dish from her grandmother, Florence. Florence was originally a maid, and she was in service from the age of 16 in Richmond. We're going to be cooking this lovely fish dish, but sadly Rose doesn't eat fish herself, so she's asked us to cook it well and let her know exactly how it tastes, which is what we intend to do. We're going to use lemon sole. This is the most common of all the soles at the moment. It's a beautiful milky white fish and it cooks so nicely in the oven. I'm going to put some salt and pepper onto the sole fillets, just season them up, and then some olive oil, and just pop that into a hot oven for about 12 minutes. Florence, Rose's grandmother, was born in 1884 in Chiswick, London, and she went into service at 14 as a kitchen maid. She was in service to Mr. Percy J. Wrigley and his wife in Kew Road, Richmond. It was a fairly typical small household with a cook, housemaid, kitchen maid, but no butler, so not quite in the same league as Upstairs, Downstairs and Downton Abbey. The year of this recipe would have been 1898. The recipe was handed down in a little scrappy old notebook from Rose's grandmother Florence to her mother, and then to Rose. So the next thing on Florence's beautiful recipe is to make a classic white sauce. Now this is really easy, you just need butter, flour and whole milk. And what we're going to do is start off by putting the butter into a lovely hot pan so it will melt down, and then add the flour. And the idea with this is just to keep mixing it so that the butter absorbs all the flour and it will go a little bit lumpy. That's exactly what it's meant to do, so don't worry about it. Keep stirring for about another 5 to 6 minutes so there's no lumps. The sauce goes really glossy and smooth and rich. So Florence's lovely sole has had about 12 to 14 minutes in the oven, and I'm just going to grab it now, and you can see the fish has firmed up on the top and gone a little bit golden around the sides. This recipe calls for mashed potato, and I've got some potatoes here that have just been skinned, boiled, mashed, salt and peppered. You know exactly what I'm talking about. What we're going to do is pop little bits of the potato around the edge of the fish, and the original recipe that we were given was very fancy on a beautiful silver tray with quenelled potato around the edges, but we've gone a little bit more modern and we've got just a normal oven dish, and I'm doing my best at quenelling with a wooden spoon, but it's looking pretty cool. I think she'll be happy with this. And one more, just to fill it up and hold all that lovely sauce in the middle. So we're going to have a couple of prawns and scallops that are just raw, and they'll just cook through when we put it off in the oven. Actually, the recipe did say if you couldn't get hold of any scallops, you could use oysters, which are pretty mad flavour actually, and that'd be really interesting. So we just give this a quick mix and then pour this beautiful white sauce over the lovely fish. I can't help myself, I just want to put a little bit of a modern twist on this. I'm going to add just a bit of lemon zest, which will just freshen things up and give it a lovely citrus flavour. Now this is ready to go back into the oven for about 5 to 6 minutes so that the prawns and scallops can cook, and that lovely cheesy sauce that we made will go beautiful and golden, and it will taste fantastic. Wow, it looks so good. Rose, I wish you could be here to see this. It smells so lovely. You can just smell that little hint of lemon actually from that zest. And then the last thing I want to do is just freshen it up even more with just a sprinkling of parsley. It tastes really good. The seafood is perfectly cooked. The sauce is really creamy. You can just taste that little hint of cheese, and that lovely bit of extra lemon really does freshen it up. And you know what, Rose? I know you're not a fish fan, but I definitely think you should try this one. It's really beautiful, and I know your grandma Florence would love it if you did. Congratulations, Rose, on winning, and thank you so much for this fantastic recipe. Now, please leave your comments in the box below, and don't forget to subscribe to the Genes Reunited channel for more fascinating family history videos. Bye for now.
The whole family were Chelsea supporters. My dad saw the first ever game at Stamford Bridge.
We've always had this sort of long-running, long-standing joke.
You look a bit alike, you have similar interests.
You do the same sort of things and you say the same sort of things.
maybe you two ought to check out your life.
We may have something in common more than being friends.
No, it would be just unbelievable.